Welcome to Providence Canyon State Park, one of Georgia's 7 wonders. Established in 1971, Providence Canyon State Park offers more than 1,100 acres of color and beauty, as well as a dramatic study in the forces that shape the landscape. The park was named for Providence Methodist Church, which was first organized in 1832. The original log structure was built on land owned by the Reverend David Lowe. Due to the slumping walls of the canyons, the church was relocated, and the present church structure was built in 1859. How did these canyons get here? These walls and man's imagination have created a lot of tales.
They were begun by trails created by the moccasin feet of Indians.
They resulted from the trickling of rainwater off the roof of a barn.
The first erosion that became the canyons was caused by a woman throwing dishwater out her back door.
Interesting stories, but they don't account for gorges as deep as 150 feet or as wide as a football field. The canyons here are far more than water trickling from a roof or dishwater thrown out the back door. The story really starts some 80 million years ago, when the ocean came to near where you are now. As sediment from the mountains flowed into the seafloor rose and the coastline receded, leaving 3 distinct types of geologic formations. The topmost layer is called the Clayton Formation. Beneath that, the Providence Formation, consisting of the Providence Sands and the Perot. Under all that, the Ripley Formation, the ancient ocean floor, resistant to the water's wear. The topmost layer, the Clayton Formation, is composed of sandy clay, red because of the high iron content. In some areas, the Clayton Formation is 25 feet thick. Just below the Clayton Formation is the Providence Formation. The upper part, the Providence Sands, is a loose aggregate of sands of several different colors and textures because each comes from a parent material with different mineral content. They were layered here as they were deposited by the ocean. The lower part of the Providence Formation, the Perot member, is a mixture of sand, silt, and clay that has the feel of modeling clay. Here, many fossils are embedded. The upper part of the Providence Formation, the Providence Sands, may be up to 120 feet thick, and the lower part, the Perot member, may be up to 30 feet thick. In some areas, the sands of the Providence Formation were deposited by a swift-moving current, creating a distinct appearance called crossbedding. The base, the Ripley Formation, the ancient ocean floor, has, for the moment, halted the canyon's erosion. Water, far more than the trickle from the barn roof or the dishwater from the back door, formed these canyons. It ate slowly through the Clayton layer. The red clay soil is somewhat resistant to erosion. However, once the running water has cut through the Clayton Formation and finds the loose sands of the Providence Formation, the erosion quickens, deepening and widening the crevices. As the water erodes the sands, it undercuts the Clayton layer, and the canyons grow deeper and wider, sometimes meeting and forming networks of canyons and plateaus. But why, if this land was formed 80 million years ago, wasn't it eroded away millions of years before now? Because for millions of years there were no settlers and no farms here. The gullies were formed by poor soil management practices, beginning with the earliest settlement of the region in the 1800s. The settlers cleared the land, removed all of its natural cover, and planted their crops. As they wore out the land, the rainwater ran unchecked across the bare ground, forming gullies. And the gullies formed crevices, and as the water continued to flow, the crevices became canyons. The result, a spectacular testimony to what man and his mistakes can do in 160 years, to what nature had been building for millions of years. In the 1930s, we began to try to rectify our mistakes. The Civilian Conservation Corps, one of Roosevelt's New Deal programs designed to end the Depression, went to work on Providence Canyon. But as this picture of the time shows, they faced a formidable task. The Corps planted pine trees and built impediments and other structures to halt the erosion. They even tried a new technique, a plant imported from Asia called kudzu, a vine that can grow 12 inches per day. Experience over the years has shown that kudzu was not a good idea. A better idea, one that is practiced now, is land management. Instead of farming the canyon lands, wearing out the soil and creating conditions for erosion, the canyons are now planted with trees. The trees have added a lengthy root network, helping to hold the soil in place and to reduce the water content of the soil. These practices are protecting the canyons so that we can enjoy one of the most beautiful and spectacular sights in Georgia. The park provides facilities for a variety of outdoor pleasures. A picnic area with a glorious view. A playground area for the younger folks. A group shelter located near the canyon trails for gathering with family or friends. An interpretive center for programs and interpretation, or just for relaxing. More than 10 miles of blazed hiking trails, including a 3-mile loop which winds its way back to the starting point. Or, for the more energetic hikers or those who enjoy primitive backpack camping, a 7-mile trail. For groups, there's a pioneer camping area. There are many ways to enjoy the beauties of Providence Canyon. And no matter the season, there is no shortage of nature's beauty to enjoy. In the spring, the canyon lands are covered with new life. The rhododendron minus, the fringe tree with its beard waving in the breeze, the beautiful red buckeye, and the spiderwort. In the summer, there's the vivid green of the grass to provide a striking contrast with the colors of the summer flowers. The plumleaf azalea, a rare and beautiful azalea that blooms in July and August. At Providence Canyon, we have the largest concentration of plumleaf azaleas found anywhere in the wild, as well as wild azaleas with peach or salmon blossoms. Another summer wonder is the aptly named big leaf magnolia. Its leaves range from 8 to 10 inches wide and up to 30 inches long. The tree has fragrant cup-shaped flowers with 6 creamy petals. Summer also presents the very delicate yellow-fringed orchid and the brilliant orange butterfly weed, a favorite with the local butterflies. Come fall, and the leaves change from their luxuriant green to a multitude of vibrant reds, oranges, and golds. And the wildflowers are in full bloom. Wildflowers with names like the showy rattlebox, the blazing star, the cardinal flower, the beautyberry, and the passion flower. The splash of fall colors gives way to the more sedate but equally beautiful sights of winter. The clear blue skies capping the canyon colors. And the wildlife now easier to spot without the shelter of foliage. Park residents such as white-tailed deer and armadillo. If you look up into the trees, you may spot a robin or a common flicker. No matter what the season, there's much to see. The spectacle of the canyons and the natural beauty surrounding them. We hope you enjoy your visit to Providence Canyon and that when you leave, you'll take with you many pleasant memories of this special wonder of Georgia. And while you're in the area, you may want to visit these other points of interest. Florence Marina State Park, just 8 miles west on Highway 39C, located on Lake Walter F. George. It's a perfect setting for those who love water sports, such as fishing, swimming, and boating. Florence Marina also has camping facilities, as well as cottages and an interpretive center. You might also want to visit Westville, where it's always 1850. Located on South Mulberry Street, just outside Lumpkin. Westville is a living village of the 1850s. When you stroll down the streets, you can see authentically restored buildings. Craftsmen at work. You'll hear the clang of the blacksmith's hammer and smell the gingerbread and biscuits cooking. Westville is open Tuesday through Sunday. And while you're in Lumpkin, visit the Beddingfield Inn. It was originally built around 1836 and served as a stop for early stagecoaches and other travelers. The inn has been completely restored. Thank you for visiting Providence Canyon State Park. We hope you have a memorable and enjoyable visit.